Okay, let's go. All right, welcome back everybody to Extraordinary Critic. I got a special video for everybody. I got my good friend here, Jacoby Smith, right here. Say what's up, Jacoby.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Ty Floater. You'll know me as Jacoby Smith in the films. I'm happy to be here. Survive.
Yeah. So today we're gonna be reviewing BMF, the series, the Stars BMF, produced by 50 Cent. We're gonna have a little debate about it. We got different point of views on the show, so that's what pretty much was gonna happen today. So what is BMF though? So BMF is a series on Stars that's about two brothers, Demetri Flenory and Terry Flenory, and they from Detroit, Michigan, and they were the biggest drug dealers in America from the 1980s all the way to mid 2000s. And not only were they like the biggest drug dealers, but they had BMF had a huge impact on hip hop around the 2000s. If I'm not mistaken, I think they found Young Jeezy and stuff like that, and a lot of rappers were hanging out with them. And if you don't know who Dimitri Flenory is, he is known as Big Meech. And if you are in the black community, you know that Big Meech is pretty much well known in the black community. Everybody know it. Him in the Rick Ross song, they call me Big Meech. Like everybody know who that guy is. He's pretty much was the face of BMF. So 50 Cent started a show called BMF from Stars, and it's based on a true story. It stars his son, not 50 Cent's son, but Big Meech's son, Little Meech, Demetrius Flenory Jr., I think that's his name is,
Mhm.
playing his father. And you got a lot of cast members. I seen these some of these people I've seen in different stuff. They're not A-lister actors. They're just I won't say beginners, but you've seen them in stuff before.
Right.
Uh, so let's get into this. So
Oh,
Jacoby, what do you think about BMF? Please give your intake on BMF.
it's um, it's a good time. It's honestly a good time once you get past uh obviously when you go through the show. Okay, you'll see like where there's budget conflicts. Like some storylines could seem a little dry, but when it comes to the authenticity, and you already said the impact of just like everything that surrounds the show, that's really just enough for me. Like the story is like the story isn't too the storylines aren't too, like, they aren't too extreme, but they don't have to be, because just with what the story already is, just with the characters that we have, just with there it is. Yeah. But yeah, that's really all you really need with this show. I want to compare it to I don't want to compare it to Power, but I will compare it to Power just to
You kind of have to because it's 50 Cent drug universe.
yeah.
You got Marvel Universe and you got 50 Cent Drug Universe, so you kind of have to compare it to Power and stuff.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Does it?
Um
That's it? You got more?
uh no. I'm gonna piggyback off some stuff just going forward. But yeah, just
Okay.
with the just I love the authenticity of the show. I really like the
Okay. All
authenticity of the
right.
show. It's a
Well,
cool
while
vibe.
Jacoby likes this show and he thinks it's very entertaining, I am the complete opposite. I
It's
think
not
this
that
show is
bad.
trash. This
It's not that
show
bad.
is garbage. This is trash. This show is so bad that it makes Power Book 2 look like The Sopranos. That's how bad BMF is.
I'll tell you this. I will tell you this. I will tell you this. I will tell you this. It doesn't have to make any other show like series. It's a good standalone. It's a good standalone, like, just with like the history of like that just surrounds just the whole show and just the whole story. It doesn't have to. It really could just. I don't know. It's really just interesting, especially with the time period that it likes to touch with, and just
But that's my problem with this show. Now, if anybody knows that this is a true story, you
Hmm.
have to watch the documentary that came 2 or 3 years ago. 50 Cent produced a documentary about BMF, and the documentary is
It was before.
really.
Was it before the show?
It was between season 1 and 2.
Okay.
I remember that. So after season 1 came out, the documentary came out, and everybody was wondering like, why would he have a documentary while the show was on? And then after the documentary, season 2 came on. So the documentary came out 2022. So I watched the documentary, and it was well done. Like the documentary was well. It's 8 episodes, and it really explains everything about the Flenory brothers.
Mhm.
So when I'm looking at the documentary, and then I'm looking at the show, it angers me because they have the real story. They have everybody's still alive, from what I know. Nobody's dead. Everybody is still alive. They could tell their story about what was it like to be in BMF, and they choose to do bull crap on this show.
It's not bull crap. It's story.
What?
It's story development. It's
It's
filler.
not developed. It's not developed very well.
It's good
Let me,
filler.
but let me tell you. Let me tell you, and that's the problem. Let me tell you why. One of my reasons, one of my problems with the show. First of all, it's too extreme. Some of the stuff that they do is unrealistic, and I want to get to the main extreme, the villains. I want to talk about the villains here.
What's bird name? It's not Lamar. Is it
Lamar is the main
Lamar?
villain,
He
and then
cool.
no,
He
he's not.
cool. He
The
cool.
actor, the
He reminds me of like a even more unhinged Omar.
no,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no, no, he does not.
Probably not crazier, but he right there. He right
No,
there. That's
he's
why I
not.
fuck with him.
Let me explain to you why. So Lamar's character is based on a real person that was part of the true story. I think his name
Right.
was Lamonte or something like that. And if you watch the documentary, it really explains the rivalry between Big Meech and his crew versus the guy Lamonte Lamar based off of. In the show, this man's a super goon. This man is the Black Terminator. So when it
That's
gets to
he be
season
going on.
one, season one, it was kind of extreme, and okay, I could let this go, but I feel like the storyline was all over the place. It was not well written. The actor, who, if you don't know this, he's actually an English actor. He's on that show with this boy, the superpowers on Netflix. I think
Talking about
I think he's
I
on.
don't know Netflix. I don't know. It's too many
Yeah,
Netflix
he's on
shows.
another. He's actually an English actor, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, you talking about the show where they I know you talking about
I think he plays like an
he was in a new
uncle.
house party. He was in a new house party. You talking about a young dude?
I think so. Yeah.
I know Lamar was in the I know Lamar was in that show you talking about.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
He played the
they go back
uncle.
in time or some shit.
Yeah,
Y'all
I
go
think
back in time or
he
something.
plays the uncle. He plays the dude's uncle.
Okay.
So the actor is
He is
really,
English.
yeah. So the actor is really a good actor. Like, no,
You saying you think he was bad in BMF?
no. He actually. I'm not even talking about the actor. The actor did the best that he could with the material he got. I'm not even talking about the actor. My problem with this show is the writing, production. I just have I have problems with behind the scenes of how they went about the story. So let me explain to y'all. We're gonna get into spoilers here about this character Lamar. So in the show, Lamar, basically in the show, they make him out to be a psychotic mental health person. Like, he has mental health issues. Like in season 1, he didn't get out of jail. He got out of a mental institution because he was that terrible. And apparently he ran the neighborhood, and in the show he don't have no henchmen. He's a one man army. Like he
Like
could
that.
just take on. He's
He like
but
that.
my problem is, okay, first, you don't like Big Meech because Big Meech was with your ex in the beginning of the show, right? Then you took over this dude, the other people's crew, by beating this dude up. Not Big Meech, but the other dude. Took over that crew. The crew turned on you. This nigga turned to Omar from The Wire. This man literally had the same jacket, the same do rag, and a sawed off shotgun. I was like, what? What is going on right
What's wrong
now?
with that?
No.
What's wrong with that,
If
bro?
you know
You
the
gotta if you just it's entertainment.
no, it's
That shit is
not.
entertaining. It's fun as
No,
hell
it's
watching. It's
not.
fun as
Come
hell
in.
watching that nigga Lamar.
So, but that's my problem. That's my problem with the show, man. Okay, so another thing. So he gets shot. Spoilers, everybody. So if you haven't watched the show, please click off because we're gonna talk about spoilers in the show. So he gets
I ain't even
shot later
finished.
on. He gets shot later on because he got set up um, by Big Meech and they shot him in the stomach. I knew he wasn't going to die. I knew he was coming back. I had a feeling that he didn't die.
Super
Cause
nigga.
yeah, so he came.
Super
Okay,
crazy nigga.
season two is where stuff gets really stupid. So come to find out he's still alive. He's under. He's in custody. He's in the detective's custody. He handcuffed to the bed. You got people watching him. Got police officers watching him. And basically he was in a coma season began season two. He woke up from the coma and they need him
He's in coma.
to identify Meech as the shooter so they can get Big Meech.
Mhm.
This fool wakes up, got shot in the gut, right? It's the same trope in every escape plan in every movie and television. It makes some type of noise. The guard like, huh? What's the noise? Walks into the room. This man chokes this police officer out. I don't know if he killed the dude or had him unconscious,
Got the
and
fuck up
he
out of there.
and he escapes.
Got the
This
fuck
is
up
what
out of there.
and this is
Can
what
we curse
stuff
on
gets.
here?
Hmm?
Curse on here?
You curse on here.
Okay.
Yeah, you curse on here. The dude escapes. He escapes, right? His cousin helped him out. The cousin has like a funeral parlor, whatever. And he escapes. I think an episode later or whatever down the line, he shoots Big Meech. Because in real life, the guy did shoot Meech in real life. But how the real life story is told is way better than how they do in the movie, in the show. He shoots Big Meech. Big Meech survives. And here's stuff get really stupid. They catch Lamar. They catch Lamar. He is in the interrogation room. And this is stupid. This is unrealistic. They put Meech and Lamar in the same interrogation room. You cannot do that. That's unrealistic. They put these two fools in the same room. Obviously, these two ain't gonna stitch with each other. They're like we ain't doing that. We ain't scare each other. And then let this fool go. Then let Lamar go.
If he did, they didn't. There wouldn't be no story. There wouldn't be no show.
It's unrealistic,
It
Jacoby.
don't have. Okay. So like,
He
so
he
this. So
assaulted he assaulted or killed an officer.
right. He did.
He escaped under their custody.
He did. He
You
did.
have two police officers who I witnessed this dude literally shoot Meech in the car because they were down the street. And guess what? And guess I know they saw him. He had a Jeep with the doors with no doors. He had the Jeep with no doors. So clearly they saw this nigga shooting Big Meech, and you let him go. This is what I mean when I said the writing in here is bad. It is so unrealistic, man.
When you
And
put when you put the writing to the side, when you put the writing to the side, bro, and a few of the plot holes you can't dish out all of them because I know I get it, but like on the entertainment end, like
it's to me, it's not
just
really
like I
entertainment.
think it's more about the I can like I can't sit and binge it like I'm not even all the way caught up. I can't sit and binge the show, but when it's on, I can watch the show. I think it's really
I
I
could
really
watch
feel
it
like
and
it's
I
more
still be. I could watch it, but I get irritated. And I really get irritated when people online are comparing this to other shows that are way more advanced than BMF. Like, there's no way.
that's that's like a lot of people that watch the show really rather care about the entertainment.
And if you care about that, that's fine. But
They
please
really
don't
just
tell me. But please don't tell me and try to make sense out of this stupidity. Like you,
but that's what people enjoy though.
but it's stupid. It's not real. And that's I'm just saying. And this is my thing. I was rooting for BMF to be a good show because the real story is very interesting.
But
But
they still build off of it and like good enough though.
no,
It's not
no, they don't.
terrible.
No, they
It's
don't.
not
It's
terrible.
terrible. Yes, it is.
But
It's terrible.
they gotta develop. They gotta.
It to me, it should have been a movie instead of a series because, like you said, it's a lot of filler episodes that don't need to be there. It's a lot. The best part,
I can
the
see them
best,
still making one.
the best storylines in this show are the parents.
No,
That's sad when the parents have a better
I like
storyline
I don't
than the drug storylines.
I like the storyline with the dude with the dude with the I don't know their names. The dude with the flat top and the shorty.
Big Mickey, B Mickey.
I fuck with they dynamic just a
It was
little bit.
okay. It was okay. I really didn't care for it. I thought it was really tragic when he killed her. I was like, damn, that's kind of cold. But
Like they like bro, like
but at the
they
same
throw certain
time,
shit. They throw certain shit at you in this show that it's just like it keeps you hooked enough because it's be like damn like for real because it's
no,
just
bro. That's the thing. It's too much. It's they doing way too much. This is my another problem is they are so afraid to do anything subtle
yeah.
that they feel like they gotta do stuff because they feel like the audience is going to get bored right away. And it's like they rely too much on the violence, the sex scenes, the many cuss words and every and I don't mind the cuss words, but I feel like they just do it. Just they will say certain stuff in the dialogue just to like, oh, I can't believe he said that. It's like they trying so hard to keep the audience entertained instead of just telling the story. The story by itself is interesting by itself. Like every villain does not have to be a psychotic person. They don't have to be super psychotic. Every villain in this show, they do the most outrageous kills. That girl from season 3 was the worst.
Who
Whatever that girl name, I
the
forgot her
villain
name is.
oh you talking about I don't know her
When
name.
she had a blowtorch, a flamethrower, and she
Lit
set
them,
the dude on fire, I said, "What? Who does this? Nobody's doing this in the
so you
80s."
wasn't hype.
No, I said that's stupid.
You wasn't hype.
First of all, they was they
Okay
was
so
at a
Brandon.
Detroit basketball game. That was at the Detroit Pistons parking lot. They just got done with the game,
So
and
Brandon.
She came out the car with the flamethrower, set
So
the
like
dude on fire, and lit the flamethrower. What am I gaining out of that? What am
you
I
know not to,
gaining?
you know not to fuck with bitches with flamethrowers.
That's stupid. That's not realistic. Let me tell you some. Let me tell you some. If you want to create a character that's unhinged and that's scared, Lamar is not a scary villain to me. He don't
Scary to me.
scares me because
But he's fun to watch. He's fun to watch. It's not
the
fun to watch to you.
the actor is fun to watch. The
And he
writing is bad.
but he executed. Not every actor can execute
He
not every
he
actor can execute the script
he's doing
well.
the. I'm not like I said before. I'm not talking about the acting of Lamar, none like that. I'm just strictly talking about the writing and the storyline. It's bogus.
But
It's bogus.
when you put it all to the side, you can't enjoy it. That's what I be trying to do.
I can't enjoy it because stupid stuff. I can't. It's like it's not a guilty pleasure to me because it's so stupid. I
But a lot of people do have a guilty pleasure for shows like that.
but
It's not.
I
It's a
have
certain
guilty
demo
pleasures.
for it. It's a certain demo.
I have guilty pleasures. But when you got something like this is stupid, and I know the real story, I can't just put it to the side. I can't. Fast,
I still see a film adaptation coming.
Fast and Furious is a guilty pleasure of mine. The movies are unrealistic. They're outrageous, but I could watch them and they're fun.
But with that franchise, you have to take it for what it is. So why can't you do it with BMF?
Because you're comparing it to Power and Snowfall and The Wire.
No, I don't try to, but it's like you said, you can't, you ain't got no choice. You like you want you so you would so
I'm
you wouldn't
saying,
compare the Fast and Furious franchises. It's a little extreme. No, you wouldn't compare them to like Transformers.
but Transformers is an alien movie. It's an alien robot movie
And
compared to Street Racers becoming superheroes.
Vin Diesel was flying like Superman.
He was, and now outrageous. But you know what? I'm like, fine, whatever.
Like,
It's
man,
whatever. At this point, it's whatever. But when you come to shows like BMF, and you got people comparing this
yeah,
to Power or Snowfall or The
yeah.
Wire, it makes me hot because it's like, how can you compare this stupidity to these great shows? And I'm not talking about 2 and 3 Power. I'm talking about the first Power from season 1 through 4. That was really good.
But you can't help that it's in the same genre and it's on the same
Is it,
streaming
but
platforms,
and
same
that
producers,
and
might be some
that
same actors.
some of the actors, you know what? It's a lot of people from Wire Snowfall that are in BMF.
For
They
real.
but they were like they want main characters though.
Right.
But that's my thing though. But you don't have to do all that. You could make a good show if you just pull back. Like BMF could actually be a solid show. And you know what the writers should have been doing? They should have been wearing the show should have been about the Flenory family and how the drug game affects the relationships in the family.
They did.
No, they barely do. They barely do.
When they in that house, when they showed it, when they are under that roof, it is always some shit going on.
It's something going
It's
on,
always a problem.
and then it's
Drugs
always
is
going
always
on.
a problem.
But then all of a sudden the next scene is a sex scene that we don't need.
People be fucking. The dad gotta get. The dad is
And
okay.
this is
I'm not gonna
and
bring
this
him
is
up. Don't. Okay, I
and
know.
this is another problem with the show. It is
Uh,
way too many sex scenes, man. Me personally, I don't really
I'm not
care
gonna
for
defend
sex
it.
scenes.
I'm not
But
gonna defend it.
when you have sex scenes that are pointless, like come on, man, we don't need and this, I hate this trope in movies, and especially in shows now, where like when you have sex, the music slowly comes up, and you know they're about to have sex. It's the two characters. They look at each other. They stare at each other for a good second, and the music slowly pans up, and all of a sudden they humping. And it's like we don't need. Give me more story, man. That
I'm not.
scene,
I feel you on that. I feel you.
I'm telling you, and this one scene where the Asian cop and the black dude, they were spying. They had the Terry's baby mama came, and this scene was pointless too. She came in. She came to the office. She was like, "Yeah, such and such." And I'm like, "What you got for us?" I'm here to tell y'all, leave me, my family the f alone. And they're like, "What you come down here for?" And so I'm here to tell you that, and walked off. And the Asian lady was like, "You know what? That's strike three. Come on." And they literally have sex in a hotel. What was the point of that? What was the point of that sex scene, man? They don't get together. They don't talk about it. They just do it. Why? That's what I'm saying. It's pointless stuff like that. If you just pull back
Like
and
story
write,
development.
that's not. But
But
what's
it
the
needs.
story?
Sometimes it needs filler. Sometimes it needs
And
filler.
that's the
Now
problem.
you are right. You right. I feel
That's the
like it
problem.
would have been better as a movie. It would have been
It'd
better as
been
a movie.
better. It'd been better
But
because we could follow. If it was a 2.5 hour movie about them, they journey from 1980s to the mid 2000s,
but
and not
even with the movie, you don't think that they would have to like what's the word like time jump or like do
it,
some stuff
you,
like they did with like Straight Outta Compton.
me personally, they can make a movie. The BMF movie could be something like I hate to say this, but it could be like Paid in Full or like um we'll go Paid in Full. It could be like that, where it's like it could be paced very well from them when they was teenagers in the 80s to them in like their mid 30s and 2000s and
But
how their
weren't
journey could be.
but wasn't like old boy involved like in the movie like Paid in Full the
Who
main dude like the real main dude was he involved with like making the movie or anything at all?
he wrote the script.
He did.
He wrote the script. He
He
sold the
did.
script. He wrote the script. The guy who plays Will Harris, who plays his
See,
yeah, the guy who plays Will Harris, who he plays Ace in there, Az. He
mm,
wrote the script years ago and sold it to them.
see
But
now
then
they
they changed some stuff around and he didn't like that.
right.
So I'm saying,
But
but
not
that's
but
what I'm
not
saying,
everything, right? But
huh?
not every not but it wasn't too major.
They Nah, it was major.
Uh,
Paid in full. If you listen and learn the real story, it's way darker than what they did in Paid in Full.
I believe it. I know some.
Paid in Full is actually cupcakes compared to what really happened to these people, and how the story was really developed in real life, and how he told it. It's like, oh, this is way deeper than Paid in Full. You know what I'm saying? Way darker. Um,
It's like Brandon. Some things you can't like. Some things
and
you
I'm
can't.
not and I'm
Some
not
things you
saying that,
can't
and
mark. Some
I
things you can't market. Some things you
but
can't put into the. Some things may not fit into the story the way you want to tell the
but I'm
story.
not but I'm not saying that. I'm saying is if you're gonna do a story like this
Mhm.
in a time period based on based on a true story,
Right.
you gotta do right by them. Narcos is a perfect example. Narcos is based on true story. It's based on a true story with these drug lords. Like, but everything in that show is not really real because it's a as much as a true story, there are theories about what happened at that time. So they had to put certain made up characters in there to fit in with the story. But the characters have something to do with the story.
True.
You know what
I
I'm
never watched
saying?
Narcos.
That's my point with BMF. BMF it's a terrible show, and we're
It's
gonna get into
not.
some other.
It's not
It's a
terrible.
terrible show,
It's not
man.
terrible. It
Let's
could.
get into the
It could
acting.
be
Okay,
mediocre. It could be
season one,
mediocre.
season
But you,
one.
hey now, hey now. Listen,
What?
listen. Go into season two about the acting, bro. Season one,
Season
you
one.
know they had to, come on, bro. You got they
Season
had to
one
work
is
with
the
what they
best
had to work with.
season. Season one was the best season.
Not as far as acting.
No, no, I'm talking about overall show. Season one was the best
Yeah.
season because because I had hopes. By the time we got the end, by the time I was done with season one, I said it was mediocre. But you know what? A lot of shows, a lot of season one shows are not really the best, and they have time to develop. And I was really hoping for season one to be, season one was okay. We got it. We got it set up. We got the characters. Now let's really move forward to the story. But when we get to season two, everybody has said that season three is where they feel like BMF fell off. Me personally, they been fell off.
That's when Young Miami came in. It's three,
Two,
two. It was two.
season two of BMF is
Why did you
where
kill?
my hatred for
Why did you
BMF
kill?
really starts to grow.
Hey, she was.
Season two was so bad. Season two has got to be the worst piece of television in television history. Everybody
Bro.
keep thinking that season three is where it fell off. Actually, I thought they kind of improved in season three on some parts.
That's the season when he got out of jail. Is that when they went into the 2000s,
90s,
90s?
90s. We're in the early
When
90s.
it,
Season three. He's in
well,
Atlanta at that point.
and when did they okay,
So
bet.
he's in Atlanta. He's in Atlanta at this point. But season two, let's talk about season two. Okay, let's talk about season two. First and foremost, the acting has gotten worse. I don't know what the heck happened, but season two acting has got it just downgraded. Let me. Who do you think is the best actor on this show, or best character or slash actor on this show? Who do you think it is?
Lil Meech is good. He's not too bad.
Ah, okay,
Uh
good.
um I love Lamar. He always my favorite character on this, so Lamar.
Okay, okay. I don't think Lil Meech is a bad actor. I feel like Lil Meech, what he does have, I feel like he has his dad personality, like real life personality, and I feel like he does carry. Like if you see Big Meech in like videos and stuff in the past and stuff, and especially that iconic video, he was like, uh, all of us are like brothers and stuff like that. That video with the big white T-shirt, he does have his dad's persona like that.
He's able to
But
phone in
yeah,
a lot of them scenes.
but I feel like when he's trying to be emotional in other traits of the character, I don't think he's very good at that. He's very good at just being a cool drug dude.
Smooth with it.
Smooth with
Right.
it. But when it comes to like crying and other emotions, when he was on top of that helicopter thing, he was pointing the gun at B Mickey, and he was like, "No, no, 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 no." I was like, "Oh hell no, no, I'm sorry, no, no, no." Tragic.
It's not. Well, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't horrible.
No, it was terrible. It was
It
terrible.
wasn't horrible.
It was terrible. It was terrible. But my favorite character and best actor to me on the show is two people. One is the mom, whoever that, Lucia.
She
Lucia.
be a little fed up.
That scene where she was at church and everybody was like judging her when Meech got shot, and she had that big monologue.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
Okay.
we go on the right track.
What's her name?
Uh,
What's the actor's name?
I don't know, but she was on Fresh Prince, the goofy girl with the glasses who liked Will Smith. That was her on Fresh Prince. I don't see her in a whole lot of stuff, but yeah, I think she's one of the best.
Range.
But
Range though.
but the best actor to me, the best actor, number one actor, and the best character, it's Wood Harris' brother, who plays Brian, the cop, the bald head cop.
I'm looking for the lady real quick.
Okay, just go on BMF and click on Kash.
That was his brother.
That's Wood Harris' brother.
That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I like him as an actor. So I mean, if you want to throw him in there, I mean,
I think
I
he's
like
the
him as
best
cool.
actor on the show. I think he is. You got number one is him, and then number two is the actress who played Lucia. I think they're the top two best actors on the show.
I can't find.
Yeah, but yeah, they're the two best actors on the show. Brian, if anything about the writing, I feel like they give that actor a lot of stuff to do when it comes to that cop Brian, especially when we get into season 2 and we learn about his son.
You say he's your favorite actor, Brian, the cop, his brother.
Yes, he's my favorite character. He's my favorite character, and the actor who plays Brian, the Wood Harris brother, I feel like he does a tremendous job playing that character. He is a butthole. He's a dirty cop, but he's wishy. He's a two-face, but he has a lot of, his main love is his child, and that's when we see the vulnerability of this character when it comes to his son, because his son is
What's his name?
who? Brian?
Yeah, fuck Brian.
Nah, I like Brian. Brian's cool. Brian has a lot of.
You lost me with the kid's sympathy, bro.
Why?
If he really sympathized with his kid that much, he wouldn't got down. Is he a main character? I mean, not main character, but is he a real character? Was he a real character?
I don't think that was a real character.
I'm saying he wouldn't be doing all the shit that he was fucking.
But I'm saying, like, Brian is complicated. Like, he is a butthole, and he does a lot. He is. Brian is not a good person. He's not a good dude. But he's complicated once we get into his storyline, especially when it comes to his son. And it really develops in season 3. Like, into season 2, going to season 3, he has a decent storyline about his son.
I guess.
It's better than Lamar's storyline, shoot. It's better than him choking out a cop and escaping under custody and letting this nigga go, even though he.
But you can't stop the rain.
But anyway, I think Brian's the best character. But season 2, let's get back to season 2. Season 2 is terrible because we're going back to, we're in Detroit, and this is the time, late 80s, and this is where things with Lamar and Big Meech really started to amp up. And this nigga Lamar, we're discussing storyline again, but they turned this man. When I said they turned him to Terminator in season 2, I was not playing. This man turned to. He is the Terminator. He is Michael Myers. He is Jason.
Nigga don't play.
Let me tell you how unrealistic this character is. This man. So he has a daughter. And the mother of the child is Kash Doll, who plays, I forgot her name in this. I forgot her name. So Kash Doll was going to pick her daughter up. And the daughter was talking to her friends.
Who's acting is better, Young Miami's a Kash Doll?
Neither. Cash,
Your Miami was crying
but Cash Doll
in
had a
that
lot of
role, nigga.
scenes. Cash Doll had a lot of scenes, and I'm like, just stop the madness, please. And you know what's funny about Cash Doll? Cash Doll was better in that low budget movie 211 than she was in BMF.
211. Oh,
Yes,
she be
look,
acting. She be acting like that.
she she. I didn't know she was a rapper at first because I first saw Cash Doll in 211, and I was like, damn, that girl, that like pretty bad. And then I found out she was a rapper from Detroit. I was like, okay, cool. And then I saw her in BMF, and I was like, oh god, she is terrible at this. But 211. She was good in 211. And that's a low budget movie. She barely had any, even though she had a few scenes in that, but she was good in 211 and she wasn't BMF. But back to what I was saying, the girl is talking to her friends, or the daughter, and she sees her big ass father right across the street. He's standing there, and she's thinking that her dad is dead. And then, and you know, the same trope, like always in movies and television, a car or bus going drive by, and he gonna disappear, and you know the same trope.
Cause you can't stop the rain.
And then Cash Dog said, "Hey, girl, don't you hear me calling you?" And she was like, "I think I saw Daddy." And Cash Dog was like, "No, come on." I was like,
That nigga showed up to the house. Nigga
and
pulled
that
up to
and
the
that's the same.
house
And that Halloween episode, that's the same episode where he comes out of nowhere and shoots
and
Meech.
shoots me,
And
Chuck.
shoots Meech. Like, that's the last
Bro,
part of the episode.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, it's.
It's
I
all over
think
the
some,
place.
but I think feel like it was meant to be like that. I feel like it was meant to be kind of extreme, like kind of like a not, but like just like Fast and Furious. It's the extreme. Like I feel like that's what makes the show more than the. That's not. It's not necessarily a good thing, but I
To
feel like
me
that's what makes the show.
it's too much, especially in that time period. And let me
I
tell
feel
you
like that's what
something.
make it. I feel like that's what make it better though. Because if they did some shit like that in like a modern time, that it'd probably be way worse. It'd probably be way worse though. It'd probably be
You
terrible.
know what you're saying, fine, but that's not what makes a character unhinged. Like I said, I was never afraid of Lamar because of the foolishness that they do with this character. You want to talk about unhinged character? Old Dog from Men's Society was an unhinged character. And you know what makes Old Dog scary in Men's Society? He thinks what he's doing is normal. The Old Dog doesn't have to say, I'm crazy. He just does stuff.
But the difference between him and Lamar, it wasn't fun watching that nigga old dog shoot up them Asian people.
That's not,
It's
but that's
entertaining
not,
watching
but
this nigga
that's
Lamar like
not, that's not the
do some
problem. It's
Omar shit.
how, that's not the problem. Violence,
Okay.
the violence in BMF, I'm going to get into that a little bit. But my point is that Old Dog doesn't have to scream all the time. He don't have to yell. He don't have to be too animated. He is very relatable to a lot of hood niggas that exist in today's time.
Mm-hmm.
If you take Old Dog, take them slippers off, give him a bubble jacket, some tight jeans, a Glock with a switch, and that's Old Dog in today's time.
Facts.
This nigga shot a crackhead in broad daylight.
Yep.
Kicked the crackhead,
Shut my dick.
took the burger, and asked his friends, anybody want a burger?
He took the burger. He took the burger. He did
He
do that.
took the burger
He
and
did do
said,
that.
hey, everybody want a hamburger? Like it's nothing. Like you just not just kill somebody. That is
Bruh.
scary. That's scary.
But you can't compare. I don't think Omar's supposed to be scary. I don't think he's supposed to be scary.
Lamar is
I think he's just. I don't. Not Lamar. Well, not Omar.
Dog.
Yeah, Lamar. Lamar. I don't think Lamar is supposed to be scary. I don't think he's supposed to be scary. I just think he's supposed to be. I just think niggas supposed to be like, which people do be like, this is a crazy nigga. Like that's.
But it's too much. It's unrealistic. Let me give you.
You still see him as crazy nigga, don't you?
Let me give you a scary dude. Let me give you another scary villain. That Ronnie from Raising Kanan, season 3. That was a scary dude. And let me tell you why he was an effective villain. He was tall, right? So every time he get near you, he towers over you. He don't have to do too much. His eyes just tell you that he will kill you in a heartbeat. He just stares and looks at you, and he will talk, and he moves slow. And you know why he moves slow? He don't move slow because he's a slow dude. He moves slow because he gonna move the way he want to move. And I dare you to say something to me about it so I can stab you in your neck. That's what makes a villain a villain. You don't have to do all that to make a person scary or make them crazy.
But does but do you have to be scary to be a villain? That's the question. Do you have to be scary? So, have you ever seen this movie series called Creep? Have you ever
No,
heard of it?
I heard of
Bruh.
it.
Okay, but look. See, look, me and my roommate has been watching these movies, bro. That nigga is crazy. It's a scary. It's not okay. So it's not a scary movie. It's not like oh, what it is. But it's like it's more creepy than anything. He's
It's a
more creeped
slasher.
out. Yeah, but it's not like it's not too. It's like
Okay.
it's hand recorded. Niggas really get not really get
Oh, okay, okay,
killed at like the
okay,
middle, like the end and
okay.
shit. But it's like you watch this dude and you're more like, what's wrong with this nigga? He makes you more uncomfortable. And it's almost funny. It's almost funny too, because it's just like it's creepy. It's like it puts you like at a bit of like at it like on that like uneasy. Like it's just like and it's also entertaining in a way. Cause it's just like if you it's like I don't even want to talk about that nigga
It
crazy.
just, it just,
That nigga
it
crazy.
just.
But it's
I
just
get what you're
like
saying. But I get what you're saying. But my thing is, when you putting this in a realistic storyline, a true story based
mhm.
on a real person, and you doing all this extra stuff, it doesn't justify the story. If
But
this,
but
but
they
if
do
this
it with
stuff,
everybody else though. Even with Meech.
what do you mean?
Even with Meech, they exaggerate them.
That's
They
the
exaggerate.
problem. But that's the problem with the show. They do way too much on this show. I feel like the people behind the scenes be like, man, we gotta escalate this even more so the audience won't get bored. That's not storytelling. You're just doing stuff so the audience won't get bored.
I just don't get bored. The show's like just like that's what I'm saying. That's what makes the show.
But that's not good storytelling. That's not.
It's
That's not good
it's
storytelling.
mediocre.
No, it's terrible.
It's mediocre.
It's terrible. And the dialogue, man, okay, so let's get back to season two. Season two dialogue is horrible. So back to the interrogation scene. Lamar gives a monologue speech, right?
Mhm.
And he trying to use his analogy with Joker and Batman.
Mhm.
He said, a new Batman movie coming out, and Brian like, what they gotta do anything? He was like, well, Batman, some, gotta stop the Joker, even though they both like yin and yang, but the same person. And it's like, are you comparing yourself to the Joker because you're crazy? I was like, who
I don't think that's
wrote
what.
this?
No, I don't think that's what he was doing. No,
That's what he was saying.
I
He
mean,
was saying, no. People don't talk like this.
but he was comparing. He's,
People don't talk like this.
but like you said, he's based off someone. And some of the stuff that he does is based off some of the stuff that person
So
did.
they
But he's
said that the
still a
real
character though.
But they said the real person was scary. I do not doubt that. Pretty sure that he was a scary dude. But he's not going around and okay, he's not going around doing this extra stuff. Let's get into why another part why season two was bad. The kills in here are terrible. The kills are here so the way the way
What
they
was
kill
it?
people and how they do it, they should be arrested.
Oh, bro. One scene. Dude. Oh, I can't remember which season it was.
I remember one scene
But
where he killed that fat dude in the
oh
middle
my
of the
god,
street.
which season is it? That
That's
one?
season two.
That's
The
two.
fat, yes, the fat dude was eating a burger or something. I don't know what he walking out. He had a burger, and Lamar comes out of nowhere, was beating the dude up with the log,
Oh shit.
with the stick, and he hits him in the neck, but the stick got stuck in the neck, ripped the stick out of his neck, and blood started pouring out in the middle of the street. No eyewitnesses. And then the very next scene, there's a dude in there he had beef with from season one. He's getting ready for a date. He's like he getting stuff from the clone in the mirror. He closed the mirror door and Lamar pops out of nowhere like Juice from Bishop. It's like, where did this nigga come from? How he get in the house?
It's Lamar, he's a crazy nigga.
And how you did not hear this big nigga in your bathroom?
He's a crazy nigga.
And the dude almost had Lamar. He almost had him.
Sure.
I was like, yo, what is happening? This the real guy did not do all this.
But it's like the momentum with shit like that.
Mind you,
I feel like it's good for the.
Mind you, he's still injured and he got a bag where he take a dump in the bag. Mind you, he still has that.
Yeah.
Moving around like that.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
Body game. But it's like,
this is what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying, bro. Oh, let me go to another thing. Let me go. So it's later. I think it's episode 6, I believe. So Meech, he meets some people at some type of casino and stuff like that in Detroit, and Jalen Rosemary appears on here too. In that episode, I believe, yeah. And he meets some new people. Jalen Rose, like the basketball player. Rose. No, Jalen Rose appears in this episode in the casino or whatever. Later, so he meets some people and they kind of become like his muscle of the crew. So the guy he meets has some people hunting down Lamar. So Lamar got a dog, right? The dog is in the Jeep in the passenger side. The two shooters. So Lamar walks out first.
You're not finna talk shit about this scene.
So Lamar walks out the corner store first, and then 2 shooters came out last. They looking for him. They're, let's get this nigga, man. They got the gun pointing at him. They point the guns fighting him. This dude, the first dude, I think he gets shot in the face or the chest, somewhere upper body level. He gets shot there.
His chin.
In his chin. Okay, it was his chin. Then the other dude gets shot in the leg. This nigga was under the car the whole entire time.
That shit was cold.
Let me tell you why this don't make no sense.
Because he got shot.
If he was under the car the whole entire time, how he aim at that dude's chin?
How he got shot? She was cold.
It was stupid.
It was cold.
If he shot both of them in the legs and shot him in the head, that would make more sense because he's in the car under the car the whole entire time. But the fact that he shoots the dude in the chin while he's under the car, how you aim? This is stupid, man.
Bruh.
Oh, this is terrible.
I feel like that's what wrapped the show in the boat.
And then Meech go to Atlanta. That the Freaknik stuff, right? Then we get introduced to Monique.
Well, she's Goldie.
She's Goldie. And let me tell you something about Monique. She's one of the bright spots of season 2, even though season 2 was terrible. All around.
I didn't expect it. She was, it was
like... Monique is a better... I always say this about Monique. She's a better dramatic actress than she is a comedian, in my opinion. As much as I feel like Monique is not funny as a comedian... Even
in movies?
No, not like that.
She's not funny to you in movies?
No. In her movies, to me, she's always... Except for that Christmas Thanksgiving movie...
Almost Christmas, funny as hell in that.
Yeah,
she was in a movie with Martin. She was funny as hell. Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins.
She's the big sassy lady.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like movies like Precious,
she made me scared and Precious.
Even in Almost Holidays, she had scenes where like she had good presence.
Yeah,
I feel like she's a great dramatic actress compared to being a comedian. So in this show, she plays Goldie, and I guess she runs a gambling spot, right? She runs a gambling.
I thought that shit was a brothel, but I thought they was just gambling in the brothel.
Oh, whatever it was, she runs something, right? And she outshines Little Meech and them. Like
It's probably a
every
sweepstake. But go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
feel like it's
everybody
sweepstake.
around her are amateurs compared to her.
Mhm.
Like she steals every scene she's in with these other actors. When she talking to Big Mickey and them, I thought she was like she was really like the mom. She was like, yeah, I'm schooling your young ass. I was like, oh, okay, go there. Hey.
But that's Monique though. Like she know how to like
But that's
even
what I'm
like
saying.
they
Monique,
probably even she probably even has some she probably even has some terrible lines. But if she ain't
no,
on,
all around the dialogue is terrible. Everybody's dialogue is terrible.
Mhm.
But I feel like some actors knows how to make it work. And I feel like Monique, the guy who plays Brian, and the lady who plays Lucia, I feel like that's the only three actors in the show that really makes it work for their characters.
so you wouldn't say that it's more about the script instead of the actors?
Let me tell you this, right? And I'll tell you this, and here's another problem I have. Thank you for reminding me. The casting is bad. And the reason why the casting is bad, I am so sick and tired of this show casting hip hop influencers, rappers, influencers, and pretty much social media celebrities who are not talented actors. I'm sick of them casting them because they know it's going to draw eyes to the show.
Mhm.
Like Neo and 2 Chainz going to be season 3. Young Miami is going to be in this episode, or
Eminem, just
Eminem,
just for one scene.
or DC Young
DC
Fly is
Young
going to be in
Fly,
this,
but
and
he
it's
wasn't too
like,
bad.
actually, you know what?
Came in on roasted niggas.
DC Young Fly actually made me laugh when
Came
he
in on roasted
told
niggas.
that season one, the last episode, he was like, "Your Billy D look your mother." I laughed at that part. I'm not gonna lie, that was funny. That was funny. But I don't like the casting because I feel like and this is why I have a problem. I feel like they're not taking it serious enough because you have these people who are not talented at acting, but you know it's going to draw eyes because of their popularity. Like Cash Doll is a popular rapper, very popular, very successful rapper, and everybody knows it. While she's on the show, it's going to draw a lot of people to the show because her fans. It's like a Belly or like them hip hop movies in the early 2000s, late 90s, early
Don't
2000s.
compare it. Don't compare this to Belly. Now Belly was ass, but don't compare it to Belly. Belly was nostalgic.
Okay, all right.
Belly was nostalgic. Long
Anyway,
ass good music video. That's
that's
what
what I
Belly
call it
was.
too. That's what I call it too. And but
I
yeah,
feel you. Yeah.
but like they don't cast real actors to play these roles. Stop casting these. If you have a social media personality, the very popular one, like if you cast somebody and they really bring stuff to the table, that's fine. If you have a rapper that's trying to get into acting and they actually good, that's fine. But don't cast people that are not that good.
Right.
Neo is the only person, and Neo and DC Young Fly are the only two people, and all the things I'm talking about just now, who were casted, and they're musicians and influencers and stuff like that,
Right.
and they were actually good. The time Neo was on season 3, he was actually really natural as being a stripper owner, club owner slash pimp.
And I only know Neil from one role on the other
Stomp the
role,
Yard,
Stomp the Yard.
but he was in Red Tails too.
I ain't watched Red Tails. That's with Cuba
Yeah,
Gooding Jr.
no, that's the other movie. That's the '95 movie. Red Tails was the one 2012.
For sure.
He was in that movie, and like I said, like Neo has this charm personality to him that he does that makes him kind of funny.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's another thing. Like they don't they cast people that are not that good, but knows that casting them will bring viewership to the show, and it's like stop doing that because you're making the quality go back down. That Young Miami scene.
She was emotional. She was
But
emotional.
that scene went viral, bro. You remember it went viral? Everybody on Twitter was talking about that thing, man. And then some people have the nerve to be like, it wasn't that bad. Okay. I
It
like,
was it.
then why are you laughing, Coach
Because
Jacoby?
it could have been better, but it wasn't that bad.
What?
She was
What?
crying. Why did you do it? Why did you kill him?
I want everybody here to play. I was like,
That shit was funny, bro.
Did y'all read the
Funny good.
lines?
Funny
Did y'all
good.
read? Did y'all read? Did y'all have a table read before y'all start shooting? Because y'all can't be serious. Y'all can't be like, that was really good, man. I can't wait to get shot. No, there's no way, man. There's no way. There's no way. So season 2 was
I'm not
terrible.
gonna lie though, and it's and as far as female rappers go, she probably she not the best as far as acting.
No.
This is movie.
Lala's in the show as well. She
She
plays
ain't
a
know.
drug dealer wife. Um, and she gets with Terry in the show. Terry is supposed to be like 18, 19 years old at this point. And this girl, the lady is supposed to be like her early 30s, right? And I feel like their storyline was bogus in the season 2 because they jump back and forth. One minute together, next minute they not. She breaks
Lala
up with
always fucking
him.
somebody.
She breaks up with him because of something. Then they get back together. Then they doing it, and it's like, okay, man, all right, God, Jesus Christ. Well, it's Lala though, so you know you can't be mad at Lala. You know what I'm saying?
Lala always gonna get some.
Yeah, and that's one thing about Lala. If these shows, the shy power in here, she
For
gonna
real.
she gonna strip down. She gonna get Buggy
For real.
Nugget. But
That's a show. That's a show that we need to talk about too.
the shy,
Yeah, some in the future. That made me mad.
we
I ain't
should get
even
into that. We should get into that really.
yeah.
Cause a lot of people think that the shot is really good. We talk about later seasons that people think the show's
Yeah.
still good. And it's like
And it's
I don't
still
think.
going. I can't even watch that shit no more.
No,
I used to be hyped when it would come
it
on.
was so boring. Um, but yeah, so yeah, back to and then season 3. Um, man, season 3 was bad, man. It's not. It wasn't as bad as season 2. Season 2 was just all around just terrible, like Tubi level bad. But season 3, it was just at this point, everybody's like, it is what it is. It's
That's
just
what you should
one.
have been doing with the show though.
Listen, it's a scene in season 3 in the first episode. This is when people was like, okay, this is stupid. So season 3, episode 1, Beach is in Atlanta now, right? And he's trying to get stuff situated in Atlanta. So there are rival gangs in Atlanta that are beef right now. You got the Miami Killers, and you got the other crew from the projects that this character named Remy is the leader of. So there's one scene they were doing some dope deal, and the guy with the bag is shot. Like he got shot in the leg or something. He got shot, right? And the Miami Killers are they're Haitian. They're a Haitian crew, I think so, right? Yeah, they're Haitian crew.
I don't remember. I knew them niggas
Yeah,
had
yeah,
that
they're
accent
Haitian
though.
crew. Yeah. So they shooting the AKs, right? Shoot AK rifles. They are shooting at these niggas. The nigga who is driving in the car was given a whole exposition while getting shot at. Why? This man is literally,
Cinema.
hey, this man is literally backing up the car. He's backing up the car as he getting shot at. He like, yo, Meech, don't mind me, killer. They try to take over Ruby territory. Why are you telling me this now as we getting shot at?
He said I couldn't tell, man. I couldn't tell.
And then he was like, look, I think they
I
ran
think
out of
they're right
ammo.
there.
It
I think
was
they
so
ran out of
bad.
ammo.
It was so bad. Meech had to yell at him like, just drive the car. Oh my god! And this is okay. So season 3, they meet the plug, right? They meet the plug. They meet the new plug because the old plug got arrested. So season 3, they meet the new plug. And this scene was silly too. So the cartel. First of all, how this cartel was dressed? He dressed like 2000. He don't dress like nothing from the 80s. Like you can tell he was a rich drug lord. He got sweatsuits on. He got a hat. This man's in the office smoking a cigar, and he was like, we gotta go." And they have a whole shootout. The Miami Killers are back again, shooting at the windows. They are near the windows. Meech and the other dude is like ducking down, and the
I don't know if
cartel
I remember
dude
this.
he's smoking a cigar, and he just
Oh, I
standing in
do.
front, and he was standing in front of the window, and he just smoking a cigar. He's blowing. He's all cool. And I was like,
That shit is cold, yo.
that's stupid.
Good said that's hey, this is good cinematography.
No, that's stupid. That's dumb. I said, and I'm like, are they trying to make a comedy or they trying to make something serious? I can't really tell what they want to do with this show
Oh,
because it was times where they were trying to be serious, but it was like the dialogue so bad. I was like, man, I gotta laugh at this. Man. It's like, what do y'all want to do with this show? Do y'all want to make a comedy or do you want to make a serious show about like the drug game? It's like I don't understand.
I
Uh,
think I
but the
think the
best,
show is. I think say it again. Go ahead.
I think the best episode overall, the best episode in the whole series was the Battle of something. I'm gonna call it Battle of the Projects. Really, the episode
Battle of the
where
Projects.
the the episode when they get to a whole shootout in the projects for a whole hour and no police came.
None. None. None.
So this episode,
That was a whole episode.
the whole episode. So even though I like this episode, this still is dumb. So this is where this gets dumb, right? So you got the Miami Killers going after Meech's crew and Remy's crew. So you got three parties.
Bro, go ahead, gang.
You
Go
got three.
ahead, bro.
You got three parties in the projects having a whole live shootout for an hour, and no police came out. It was so many people that got killed in the projects. No police. The little boy got shot. The little fat boy got shot at the doorway.
Hey, that nigga like they did. Hey, that nigga like they did. You ever seen Rosewood?
Yeah,
They did that nigga like they
big
did.
baby.
Oh boy.
Big baby. That dude, that little boy said, "Hey Remy, come on man, let's get him up." And Remy like, "What are you doing?" And he got shot in the chest. Oh
Just
my
like this, man.
gosh! And no major investigations. And mind you, this is around the time. Like I said, if you know about the real story, you know that in Atlanta they had these police task force called Red Dogs, and they were running the drug dealers out of Atlanta because they were going to have the Olympics there that year. So the fact that Red Dogs was there at that time, and
And
you had this,
was that episode supposed to be around that time?
yes,
Well,
because if you
did they form the Red Dogs before or after
the
that?
Red Dogs was
Were they in
already
that?
formed. The Red Dogs already formed. And the first episode of season 3, they beat Remy up.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Remy up. So at this point, they already
See my
established.
YouTube.
Yeah. So the fact that you have a whole lot, they had a whole Private Ryan battlefield in the project. So many people got killed. And they escaped. And no police.
No police.
And
No.
the
When you
Red
put it
Dogs,
like that.
it's dumb. It's dumb. But
It
for
was
some
cool to
reason,
watch in the moment.
and I was like, I'm watching the episode, okay, it's dark. People are really getting killed, but where are the police?
Ain't nobody, boy. Fuck
If you know anything about real life shootouts, if you watch true crime stories and stuff, First 48 and all that stuff, shootouts are really not that long.
Hell no. This shit
They,
whole episode.
yeah, they're not that long because the police don't want to hear that. And this is the project. You know, a police officer is down the block somewhere.
Somewhere.
And I know
Hell, go ahead. Wasn't nobody trying to pull up to that shit.
neighbors definitely called the police. They had soft rifles. They had mini it's like they had Uzis out like
It was SWAT out. It was swatting. Niggas was swatting, drug
we
swat.
talking about and Miami Killers. It was a bunch of them out there. And let's get into the other villains. Glock, man, I thought Glock was gonna be a good villain, man, but he wasn't.
Who is that?
That was the Haitian dude. He runs Miami Killers. So he runs Miami and he also runs Georgia. He tried to take over Georgia's spot. And he has beef with
You say he was bad?
He was a bad villain.
Who played him?
I don't know. I don't know who that actor is, but Glock was supposed to be like the villain. Oh, I gotta talk about Remy too. Oh my
I ain't
god,
too caught
Remy.
up with season 3.
Yeah, and Remy. Oh my gosh, Remy was so terrible, bro. He was so extra for no reason. Remy was so bad. I want Lamar back.
What is this? I don't remember seeing this nigga.
Yeah. Oh, bro, they had Tupac in the season.
I seen that part.
Yeah, Tupac
I
was
seen
in the
that part.
season.
You know what? He was better than this nigga was
Anthony Mackie. Anthony Mackie.
better than Anthony Mackie. I was gonna say he was better than All Eyes on Me, but All Eyes on Me
Man,
was they're probably
but they
toe to toe.
had but they had Tupac throwing shirts at niggas during the fight. I was like, what? Why do Tupac like that? He had
Did they
these
ever
things.
meet for real? Him and Big Meech?
I doubt it. I doubt it. But that event was real, and
Hell yeah.
Tupac was there at that time. At this point, we're in the early '90s, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
'91, probably to '93 at this point. I don't know
I
which.
don't like how they be
I'm
depicted this nigga in movies.
yeah, I'm thinking it's '92, '93. Yeah, and that's another thing. We're gonna talk about this when we talk about All Eyes on Me movie, but
I gotta watch
the
that shit again, bro. I had that shit was like
you gotta watch it again.
that shit was just I felt like a concert or something. I was watching that. What the fuck?
Yeah, but what do you say?
The niggas dance moves.
But yeah, I don't like how they always dress like the way they dress Tupac with the bandana and stuff. He didn't start doing that until mid '90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like.
And not even just like his appearance, it's just like the way they portray, bro. It's just like
Yeah, he betrayed
it's
him.
more
Yeah,
to that nigga. It's more to
yeah.
that nigga than what they.
But yeah, he showed up in the BMF. At first, I didn't know who that was. I was like, who is he talking?
I ain't get too mad at it, but
No, at this point, I was like, it is what it is. They're gonna do stuff like this and stuff like that. But I doubt they ever met though. They probably did, but they had a conversation like this in the show, like who that goofy motherfucker? No, I ain't doing all that. But yeah, we're gonna wrap things up though. So how you so let's come to the conclusion. All right.
I feel like you should. I feel like you should accept the show as the show it is, as a mediocre
I
show.
accept it. I accept what it is. It's a terrible show.
It's not terrible.
I accept what the show is. It's a terrible show. It is
It's
god
not terrible.
awful. It is poorly written. It's executed bad.
Well,
The acting is bad.
it might be over, bro. Because Big Meech is taking money from Rick Ross.
Hey, I mean, it is what it is. And Rick Ross talking about it's a potential doing a movie. And Rick Ross,
But I feel like and you write a movie adaptation would probably be fine.
that's what
I
I'm
could see
saying.
that
I
shit
think
being
a
fine.
movie should be better because a show is like, and I'm gonna be honest, as much as the story is interesting, the story is not that interesting to do a whole show.
And they could even with it being a lot of story, they don't need all of the filler. But sometimes you need some filler. You need some filler for some entertainment.
Something like I said, something like Narcos, you have to expand that storyline because it's a lot has happened. But between when Pablo Escobar was rising up in '79 or '77 to when he got killed in '93, it's a lot that happened. Span those time.
That's
You
about
have
Pablo Escobar.
It's about Pablo Escobar.
That's on Netflix.
The first two movies, yes, first two movies, the first two seasons, and the third season is about the Cali cartel.
Okay.
But yeah, so between him and '77, him rising through the '80s, and everything that's happened, because it's a lot of stuff, it's a lot of theories that happen in real time. It's books and documentaries about what happened those times they hunted Pablo Escobar down that not proven to be true. So you have stuff where you can write and make it into a story. Like it's certain characters in Narcos that are not real, but they put them in the show so we can so they can flow better with the story because everything, like I said, everything in the show is probably not true. Most likely, they did like the exact dialogue is not what they exactly say to each other, and they make it more dramatic. But they stick to the story.
Right.
Like Pablo Escobar really did kill colonels. He did kill police officers.
Man.
Like
He wasn't even. He wasn't. What was he? Was he white? He wasn't Mexican.
he was Colombian. He's Colombian.
Colombian.
He was Colombian. He's from Colombia.
I just know he would be around. He was Mexico. He'd be
No,
Mexico.
that's El Chapo you think of.
Oh, Pablo Escobar was in Mexico at all?
No,
Oh,
he's Colombian.
sure.
El Chapo is Mexican. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so you probably got them mixed up. A lot of people get them mixed up, but Pablo Escobar is Colombian and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying that I don't want them to not make BMF. I want them to make BMF, but make a good, solid show about this. The story's interesting enough to make solid content. Don't sit there and do all this extra stuff with this Lamar making a Terminator or Super Goon. Stop doing all these unnecessary sex scenes. That's not necessary. That don't tell a story.
Them sex scenes be like anticipating a song to come on in a musical.
But it's like
You be seeing that shit. You be seeing that shit a mile
but
away.
it doesn't elevate the story. It's just them having sex.
It don't. I'm not defending it.
It don't do nothing. They don't do nothing. Stop sitting there with the bad dialogue. Actually write dialogue that people would talk. You know what I'm saying? And just make a solid. You have all the resources. Big Meech is still alive. Terry's still alive. The mama's still alive. The sister's alive. All the crew members are still alive. Like, you have all the resources, but when it comes to the writing room, you choose to write stuff to keep the audience entertained. And it's like, it don't have to be that way. It could be solid, very solid on its own. If you make subtle decisions with the show. Lamar could still be an unhinged character, but he ain't gotta do all the unnecessary stuff. You wanna make him unhinged? He can kill people. He could beat somebody to death or beat them half to death. He could shoot somebody. He can do all that stuff. But you gotta give him a reason to why he's doing this stuff. What's his plan? What's his go-to? Instead of him just doing stuff, it's like, oh, he's doing this so we can show people that he's big and scary, he's crazy. That's not, because the real story is the reason why the real guy hated Big Meech and them, because he was an OG and these young dudes were coming taking his territory and he wasn't accepting that. And then it was women involved in it. You know what I'm saying? And then something happened, and it's an incident that happened between Meech and that guy, and it escalated. That's a story right there on your own. That's the whole season right there. Instead of him getting mad over the woman that he slept with his baby mama, the whole thing with kidnapping the kid, him taking over the crew, then the crew turns on him, then he dressed like Lamar and turns Lamar, and then he gets shot in the end, and he survives, and all his other shenanigans in season 2. Like, that's too much. Like, the real guy, yes, he wasn't big and scared, but he wasn't cartoonish like this. Like, make it more realistic. Let me give you let me give you an example of an unhinged character that was psychotic, but he was complex. Scully from Snowfall.
Okay.
That is an unhinged from season 3, the time he was on there, to the first half of season 4.
That's Melvin Gregg.
No, that's Manboy. Scully's the other dude.
Manboy. Okay, Scully. Okay, I'm not that far in Snowfall.
Where are you at right now?
Season 2.
Oh, never mind. I can't get that. But for people out there who's watching this, Scully from
is that the dude that played Stacy?
Yes.
That's the dude that played Stacy?
Yes.
Crazy ass nigga. That nigga was dancing after beating the
Yes. but you know what? Because actually, Scully actually scares me. You know why Scully scares me?
That nigga.
But do you know why he scares me?
Why?
Because he could hit somebody in the face multiple times and can bleed him out. And also, like you said before, he's dancing. Mm-hmm. Like he's just with blood on his face. Like he just got done beating somebody who's taped to a chair.
Crazy.
That's scary.
Yo.
Not Lamar who screams and yells and grabs people and just sit there and singing I Can Stay in the Rain.
That's what I'm saying. What? Okay, no. Okay, well, how about this? What if the show isn't meant to be historically accurate? And what if he isn't supposed to be scary? Or like, what if the show isn't like? What if the show is really just supposed to be like? What is it if it's supposed to just like? It's supposed to capture like the ambiance of that time period, and just be a little extreme, just a little flamethrower here and there.
Listen, just make a good story. Okay, just make a good story.
But it's not bad though, because it's still
You're right.
the
It's not
same
bad. It's
story.
terrible. It's not bad. It's terrible because it's executed bad.
For sure.
I should not have been pointing this stuff out.
I respect it. I feel like, but yeah, I feel like it's not supposed to be. I don't think it's supposed to be more than what it is. I don't think they're trying to make it more than what it is. They could, and it could be fine, but they don't. I don't like. Sadly enough, it's working how it is now.
I think the only reason why it's working is because I feel like the people who are watching this is the same people who think Tubi movies are good.
I don't know about that. That's a little debatable. Tubi movies get trolled. Tubi movies get trolled. This show gets trolled and enjoyed at the same time.
But I can't enjoy it because, like I said, if it was, you can't be doing this and try and be serious, even though it's laughable. Or I can't do that. Like if they knew what this was, and they play like it is. Okay, fine. It's bad, but they're not trying to be too serious. No, they dead serious about this.
But Bernie, you're a critic. You're a critic. You're like.
But I'm not that strict of a critic.
But you can see what the show. You can see what the show can be.
But I'm saying though, I'm not that strict though. I'm not even asking for a lot. I'm just asking to make a good storyline. I'm not saying it ain't gotta be as good as The Wire or Snowfall. I said just make a solid show. That's what I'm asking.
For sure.
You have the material to make something out of it.
Yeah.
But when you choose to do bull crap like that, it's like I can't sit there and be like, oh, it's good. No, it's bad. It's terrible.
It's a strong word.
It's really strong word. Oh, and last thing, the music. I'm sorry. If y'all don't have the rights to play the right music, stop playing music, period. I am tired of hearing these R&B 2000 sound music. That really sounds like every time I have sex, they play these songs that sounds like crazy. 2000. I said, this is the 80s. Why is it like the 2000s? I stop that. I'm just saying.
They probably don't be trying with that shit. They can get the rights for sure.
They have to.
They get the rights for a lot of stuff that like brands from back that time. And shit.
I do think 50 Cent put his name on there, and I do think that 50 Cent, he just hired the people to do the show, and I think 50 Cent is really focused on Raising Kanan, because since the first Power, out of all the other shows that he has done with this whole drug universe, Raising Kanan is the best one. And I think the reason why it's the best one is because 50 Cent is involved. I don't think he's that involved in BMF or Power Book 2 like that. You know what I'm saying?
Power Book 2 and Raising Kanan, they going on at the same time?
No. Power Book 2 is done.
It's done.
It's done. Raising Kanan.
That's what's going on now. Yeah, they just killed Mary J. Blige, didn't they?
And Power Book 2, yes.
That was Power Book 2?
Spoiler alert, yeah. Spoiler
shit,
alert.
My bad. Yeah. My bad.
But overall, this show is terrible to me. Jacoby don't think it's that bad. That's fine. But I do think we see each other's points.
Yeah.
I think you see my points a little bit more.
I do.
Yeah. But yeah, so everybody, that's the end of the video. Thank you everybody who was watching this, and if you stuck with us throughout this time, that means you must enjoy our discussions. If you guys have any other prediction, or like y'all have any other point of views, or any other points that you want to share, please drop down in the comment section and I will get to them. And me and Jacoby we'll get to those those comments and stuff.
Tell us your favorite scene from BMF.
Yeah, tell us your favorite scene from BMF. Who's your favorite character? Who do you agree with? Do you agree with Jacoby or do you agree with me? Who you disagree with? And guys, don't hold back. You guys could be honest with us and stuff like that. But Jacoby, you think you want to come back here? You want to come back?
For the show?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
You talking about for this right here? I think you're talking about for
yeah,
like
yeah,
BMF. Oh, hell yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
We need to
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about, I don't know if you're gonna put this in the video, but we need to talk about that other show. I don't know if you're
No,
gonna put
no,
that in the
no.
video.
We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got a
Yeah.
lot of stuff to talk about.
This shit
But
was
yeah,
fire. Hell yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you
Thought you was
guys
talking
have a
about
great day. This is Jacoby Smith right here, my co-host, and we will see y'all later.
peace,
Have a good
man.
night.